Welcome to Broke-Ass to Badass, where heart-led entrepreneurs learn to build the businesses and lives of their dreams with confidence, ease, and joy. This is the anti-hustle movement, and we're your coaches in badassery, Kimi and Pua.
Find out more at bledigital.com, and wherever you're listening to this, be sure to click subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Hey guys, this episode is a recording of a live interview we did with two inspiring business babes, Citron of Cat's Coaching and Cortney Alley of Balance with Cortney. These two heart-led badasses are also the co-founders of Homolicious Living, a business podcast and movement they created as a way to express themselves, share their knowledge, and reach people on a deeper level. In this fun-filled conversation, they share with us about their journey as entrepreneurs, their Broke-Ass to Badass program experience, and we get a sneak peek into their small living, big life as they travel the country in a trailer while building their beautiful online businesses. This is such a fun episode. Definitely hop on over to our tribe on Facebook after you have a listen and come and say hi to Cat and Cortney. You can get there by going to bledigital.com/tribe. And if you enjoy this episode, definitely take a moment to leave us a review on iTunes. It would mean so much to us. All right, without further ado, here's Cat and Cortney. We're live. Okay, so we are here with Cortney and Cat, and we're going to have them tell all about their businesses. But we're going to, first of all, because technology, we're going to have Cortney start with a little grounding exercise for us. And just to share with all of you, this was one of the most special things, just one of the many special things that Cortney was able to treat us to throughout her Broke-Ass to Badass experience. So as Cortney was going through our program, you're so intuitive, Cortney, I just have to say, and just, you can just sense, and often, you know, we're getting technology set up and we'd be getting ready for our group calls and you would say, can I just ground us for a second? And it was so special for us and so important, and we really learned from you. And so we're going to just kick things off by having you set the energy and just ground us, because we just had a hard time again trying to get up on Zoom webinars. So turn it over to you.
I would love that. Go ahead and close your eyes and put your feet on the ground. You're going to take 4 deep belly breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Beautiful.
I can feel the collective sigh. We all need that. And it's so simple, but so under practiced. And so thank you. Thank you for setting the tone, grounding us.
I have to say too, like, your groundings are the best because I never feel like I have to rush my breath. It's weird. I take a yoga class and they're like 3 deep breaths. And then they're like, okay, now open your eyes. I'm like, wait, I'm still on breath number 1. And you give us 4 full breaths. And also the phrase belly breath now reminds me of you, and it like feels nice. That is my feedback. Love it.
Oh,
thank you.
Well, this is such a treat. And really, we're so excited to share you with the world, share you with our audience. We feel like we've just been so blessed to get to spend so much time with you over the past, gosh, I don't know how long it's been, a few is it really true that we didn't even know each other maybe a couple months ago? Like, that seems so crazy to me.
Yeah, it was the beginning of September. It was right before our big move. I heard you guys on a summit.
Wow, really, really incredible. So let's just start things off by having you share a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how we met.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You want to start, Love?
Sure. So I'm Kat Citron. I'm with catscoaching.com. I'm a relationship coach. And Cortney introduced me to this idea for your business coaching program, Broke Ass to Badass. First of all, I completely love the name. And the more we talked about it, and the more we got into it. And then once we talked to you guys, it was like, yes, this is exactly what we need. So, it just perfect timing for all the transitions of everything that was going on in our life and getting ready to move and live our new dream life of traveling in a fifth wheel trailer while working full time. So couldn't have been better. Could not have been better. So.
Yeah, we're actually in the trailer right now. We found a teeny corner that has a little less lighting, but we have all the windows closed so we can hear you and you can hear us. So it's like a sauna in here. So if you see me like wiping my brow, that's what's going on.
Well, thank you for that. I have to just share
Us too.
Yeah.
Courtney and I were actually on a call yesterday, and I feel like the whole first part of the call was just me asking questions about like what life is like for, trailer life, like living and traveling. I'm like, how do you know when it's time to move to the next place? Like I had all these questions. So thank you for indulging me. It's so fascinating.
Yeah.
And share with us a little bit about the journey to what inspired that decision for you. What is life like? Like paint a picture for our audience.
Oh, I would love it. Can I start with a quick introduction of me?
Yes, please.
So I'm a happy guide, and I guide others to find their happy and make it a daily habit. And this is a gift I've had for as early as I can remember. I've always been put in positions to lead people, inspire people. And I used to see it as a burden until I really let go of all my insecurities and really find self-love and discover who I am. And now it's like breathing. It's just what I do and who I am. And so everything I do is to bring myself, my inner self, happy. I've always wanted to travel. Travel to me is being free, feeling free. I am very, very close to my family, small family, lived in where I grew up for 40 years of my life. So it started to feel almost suffocating. Like there's so much out there. There's so many people to reach. I need to get myself out there. So that's what inspired me traveling. And then I met my wife, Kat, and she had the same vision. And so we said, okay, let's figure out how we can make this happen. And that included transitioning our jobs, our day jobs, into self-employment, buying a trailer, selling everything, meaning we both were in condos, we both had kids we had to send off to college, buying the trailer, getting in and saying, where are we going? So we don't have a plan. Our plan is when we wake up and say, what do we need to do? Where do we need to be? Who do we need to speak to? And that is the most freeing feeling, you guys. I can't even explain it. And every day that I feel heaviness, like I'm having a tougher day, I remind myself how blessed I am and how free I am, and everything else is fine. It always comes down to that. I have choices every day. When I also met Kat, we created Homolicious Living. So we really have three businesses. We have our individual and then we have our business together. And that's all about inspiring people to live a happy, wholesome, free lifestyle. And so we created Small Living, Big Life. And that's all about our trailer life. That's all about traveling in this small little atmosphere, being minimalist, taking showers in public showers, doing laundry in public places. All these things that I never thought would fit me have fit me beautifully because I've taken off all those layers, those things that we think we needed, those masks, and I'm just me. And I can walk around in my boxers and a t-shirt wherever I go in my flip-flops. I mean, come on. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I know that you've inspired so many people in our community alone. Like they're like, oh, do you think they'd be willing to talk to me about trailer living? I'm like, hell yeah. So
Yes.
Keep sharing and just keep illuminating this like beautiful new lifestyle, because I think it and your three businesses also complement each other so beautifully. And I would love for you to share about that and how, I mean, you have three separate businesses, and for someone to hear that, they'd be like, oh, that is so overwhelming. But you guys, it's infused, it's integrated. So I'd love for you to share how that works.
Wonderful.
Well, I'd love to tell the story about how Homolicious Living came about. So Cortney comes to me one day, and she was a massage therapist. And so she said, today while I was rubbing bodies, I had this idea in my head. I never cared for the phrase rubbing bodies. It's fine. It was your job. It's fine. I'm okay. It's fine. And she said, I had this idea that, there's really no like healthy, discovery-centered podcast for not just gays and lesbians, but like women or parents or just people that want to live life in a different way, not the way that society says we're supposed to live life. Mm-hmm. And she said, there's nothing out there like that. Why don't we create a podcast to talk about all different aspects of life that can work for anybody from any walk of life? And I was like, that's a great idea. And she said, it dawned on me during Rubbin' Bodies that we could call it Homolicious because we're homos. And we want to teach people how to
you're a homo?
We'll talk after. You can edit this part out, right? Okay.
Oh my God. I just like rainbows. There ain't no editing. We're live.
Yeah, right.
So
I have to say one thing about the homo part, because that's such a big thing. Homo has such a bad rap out there. That word, it has such a bad rap that when we tried to market Homolicious Living, we ran into people saying, oh no, you can't say the word homo. So like it's this bad word. And it inspired me to make homo a beautiful word. When I say homo, I think of rainbows. I think of love. I think of freedom. I think of being yourself, sharing yourself with the world. I wanted to put that out there.
Oh, speaking of, show your t-shirt.
You gotta be yourself.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Wow, that just turned into a whole different show for just...
We just suddenly got a lot more watchers. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like you have to show your shirt now too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I won't boop. But here we go. Ever make mistakes in life? Let's make them birds. Yeah, they're birds now. Love Bob Ross.
One of Kat's many talents is painting. And I've told her over and over, you have to have a social painting site where you get on, let's paint our feelings. What are you feeling today? Okay, back on track here.
So the Homolicious came up because, as Cortney was saying, the word homo always gets a bad rap, but she's like, we want to show people how they can create this delicious life for themselves. Mm. So that's how the two got smashed together. So Homolicious, and then living, because we're all living. I don't care who you are or where you're from. We're all living. And who doesn't want to live a life that feels freer to them, that's more wholesome, mm-hmm. Meaning it's closer to who your authentic self is and being happy. Yeah. So those are our main focuses. And, we have a website. And then since we've been traveling, we created Small Living Big Life. So we have a YouTube channel and we have all of our videos there. She's our awesome video editor. So she puts together beautiful videos of just different places we've been. And yeah, so check it out because it's fun. And we have our podcast, which people can still listen to on Stitcher and iTunes. So there's lots of different ways to reach out. And we're happy to talk to people about trailer life because it's amazing.
What a blessing for our family and friends that miss us at home. Like my mom says every day, I didn't think this would feel okay, but I see you every day online. It's like you're still here. Mm-hmm. And so it makes me feel so wonderful to share my life with others because I'm inspiring them, but they also get they're still in my life. Mm. So then we created our individual businesses actually after the foundation of Homolicious Living. So I've been a massage therapist for almost 20 years. And it is if I had to pick a job, a day job that I had to go somewhere, I was self-employed. It is my calling. And I didn't realize that at the time. It's a whole nother story how I got into that. But my body told me it was time to take a break. And so I had to really go inside and say, how can I still do what I'm doing as a massage therapist without using my hands? So I call the work I do a massage for your soul. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving all the love, my gift, the inspiration I used to give to my clients on the table with my hands. And they always say, no, you gave me more than just your hands, which is beautiful, compliment. But now I'm giving it to everyone I can reach. And like you guys said, just with the grounding, I'm giving you my love. That's why it feels so amazing. And that is my gift. And it's so easy for me to do. And then your relationships.
Yeah.
She's getting teary-eyed. She's a crier. She's a crier.
I'm a feeler. Big old feeler.
Paint your feelings.
Paint my feelings. My feelings are all leaky eyeballs right now. So
it's dusty over here too.
It makes you hot, huh?
Yeah.
So getting into coaching, I was a cop for 13 years. And it was, I finally figured out probably a couple years before I quit that it was no longer my path, and I got into police work like most people get into police work. You want to serve your community, you want to help people. So, and I've always been in careers that were always service oriented, helping people's lives be better in one way, shape, or form. And it was no longer speaking to me. And I felt like I was two separate people. Yeah. I was the cop at work and then I was the regular cat, and it just didn't feel good anymore. And talking with Cortney one day, I remember where we were on a trip and talking with Cortney, and
you got to paint where we were. It was just meant to be. It was beautiful.
Yeah. We were in Long Beach and we were in a restaurant looking out onto the ocean and just having a really peaceful time. And I was talking to her about how unhappy I was with work and how I just didn't feel like me anymore. And what's something else I can do? And she started talking about coaching. And she says, you're always the person that your friends come to and your family comes to bounce ideas off of and get a really non-judgmental point of view. And they're able to share and they feel very comfortable opening up. You're already coaching people. Why don't you do that as a job? And as a career. And I thought, okay. And within the next,
you could literally see a light bulb.
Yeah.
It was the most beautiful thing in the world where it's like life just paused for a second. She's like, oh my God, that's who I am.
Yeah.
And I got to see that, Yeah.
So within 6 months, I had found a great coaching school and went through almost a year-long program and got certified. And I mean, I don't even see it as a job. It's not even work to me, honestly, because like Cortney was saying with her and her calling, I'm serving people, and the clients that I get to work with are they're incredible. Mm-hmm. And the amount of similarities that we have, we always attract what we put out there. Right. And so the people that I have the opportunity to coach are people that we have some core similarity, and that's why we were drawn together, and that's why we're able to relate, and that's why I'm able to help them. So it's a beautiful thing. I completely love it. Never feels like work, that's the best job to have, is when you don't feel like you have to go to work. Yeah.
Amen. Wow. Love that so much. It's so beautiful the way, the careers, the fun work that you've chosen is you're able to do it mobily, where you can go anywhere you want, and the way that it integrates with your lifestyle, it is true freedom, which gosh, that just speaks to our hearts as one of our highest values, is that freedom, not just freedom, time freedom, financial freedom to move, but freedom to also be yourselves too. Yes. And that is just amazing. So one of our secret joys, or maybe not so secret for Pua and myself, is when people go through our program, they usually come in and they're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to use this program. And then through the process of being in this community and also just kind of doing all of the reflective work, something else begins to show itself. And it like all of a sudden they feel feel this thing emerging that they didn't even know was there, or a shift or a pivot. And they thought they were going to do this, but oh my gosh, actually, I think it's this. And we've seen that happen for both of you in some form, and just the way, like almost like surprising yourself in the shift and the evolving that's happened just in the short time that we've known you. And we'd love to hear how things have shifted for you in the past 2 months alone, maybe from each of you.
Oh, I would love to start because I would like to go into how I met you guys. So I was listening to a summit, and at the time I was in between. I had closed my massage practice, and I had moved in with Kat. We were married actually a year before we even moved in together. So we've had very big transitions in a very short time. So right then I was trying to find my new life of living with the person I love, but still having me, because I've created, I put so much focus onto self-care and me time to find who I am. And so I was discovering, okay, so now how am I going to put my massage for your soul out to social media? How am I going to be successful doing this? So what do? You seek other people that are doing what you do to get inspiration. You surround yourself with successful, happy people. I found you guys on the summit, and instantly, there was an energetic connection like I'd never felt before. I was like, we need to follow these girls. Whoever they are, whatever they do, I want some of it. Give me that pill. I am on board. So like I do everything, when I find something I love, I share. And I brought it to Kat, and I'm like, okay, so I hooked up this discovery call with these two amazing women, and you should see they're all about working productively. They just meld when they're talking together. It's like they've known each other forever. They know their weaknesses. So like where Kimmy's weak, Pooh is strong. They balance each other. I couldn't even get the words out fast enough. And I said, do you think they would talk to both of us? Because I think at the time we were trying to really put more energy into Homolicious Living and how was it going to look when we traveled. And we were running into, I don't even know what to call it, just signs that we needed to pause and focus on ourselves and not us as a business first. Focus on our individual businesses, and our together business would blossom there, right? It all starts with you, right? We know this. And so she's like, I don't know. So I messaged you guys, which you didn't get. And I said, hey, can we come on together? So Kimmy was the one that did the discovery call. And she's like, oh, hi. And it was two of us. And we started talking, and we were sold before you even announced your program. Like I said, I didn't even know what you were offering. I was just like, I just need your energy all the time. When, just there. And so we bit, and it was the most delicious bite we've ever had.
Yep.
It was, we were just like, when we got off the call, we jumped up and gave each other this huge hug and started dancing. It was like, we were like, oh my God, we know what we're supposed to be doing. It was just so perfect. Because we had a lot of discovery calls, and we're, I believe you need to be picky. You need to find someone that reminds you of yourself, brings you back home, is your fan, your supporter. And you guys are that for us. And we have never, ever felt anything other than that with you guys, even through the whole 8-week program. And we are still by your side. So,
I remember that call. Like, oh my God, that call was so fun. I remember every second of it. And it's like soul family, right? Like we're just talking, I'm like, when we got on the phone, I was like, do we know each other? I feel like we know each other.
Yes. Yes. So it's all meant to be. And so that's what brought me to you. Do you want to give your side a little bit?
Yeah. So for me, over the past 8 weeks, I kind of came into the program like, okay, there's a lot of different angles on, the marketing and the sales part that I know that I'm really going to get out of the program and how to get out there. We both know how to do our jobs, how to express our gifts and share them, but it was just finding the audience, finding the right way to get us connected with the people that we can serve. And so, from the beginning, I was focusing more on the business aspects that I had holes in from myself and my own learning. But through the 8 weeks, the confidence that I have built for me and my business has been exponential. I mean, I host 2 different live calls a week now, and I'm so comfortable doing it. And it's all because of the program. It's all because of the way that you guys set up and you share. And, you really helped me look at things from a different perspective, and it's not sales, it's sharing.
Yeah.
And I've really learned to truly detach myself from the outcome, because whether somebody hires me as a coach or not, it never devalues me. I'm still the same me. It's like $100 bill. If I have a crisp $100 bill, or if I crumple it up and I throw it on the floor and I step on it, it's still $100 bill. The value has never changed.
Mm-hmm.
So really,
that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Her and her analogies, I tell you. Hire her just for that.
We live for Kat's analogies. They're so good.
God. It's like I just give her all this crap or beautiful inspiration, right? And she just makes one analogy out of it. I'm like, that's it.
It's my talent. It's my gift. You're welcome. But yeah, so for me, that's been the biggest, is helping me with my confidence, and then helping me with my perception of business. And it's great when I go into my discovery calls now, I'm just sharing like I'm talking to a friend, because that's how you guys teach us and that's how you share with us. And I'm like, this feels really lovely. Like I like this, and that's how the whole program is. The whole program is, we're here to help you. We're here to serve. If you get stuck, reach out to us. I mean, it's never like, well, here you go and good luck to you. We'll see you at the end of 8 weeks.
Ever. Never, ever.
There's always support available. I always feel connected anytime that I need. And so that has helped me as a coach to do the same for my clients, is to be available and really talk to them on that friendship level of, hey, I'm here to help you. But at the end of the day, whatever outcome you want, that's completely up to you. I'm totally detached from it.
Yes.
Because I don't control any of that. It's all in your hands, which really in turn empowers them to do it. And that's what you guys do for us, is you empower us to do it and give us the confidence to do it. So sign up for the program, people.
It's like the best family I've ever had.
I know.
You guys. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I just I hear people say, I heard you say, I did this and it's all because of the program. And I just want to reiterate, and I know that you know this, all a coach ever does is bring out what's already inside of you. And we shared that in the previous interview that we just did. Also, you guys have always had this within you.
Yeah.
And this is what you do for your clients, right? Yeah. And so just to see that emerge, and I've seen such, it's the transformation that you guys have been through in the last few weeks is unbelievable. And your website, Kat, is one of a million examples. When I first looked at your site, it was very professional. It was very cookie cutter, right? That's what we get a template. Yeah. That's what ours was like. We just kind of filled in the blanks. And after a week, I went back and I didn't even recognize it. It went from being a relationship coach's website to Kat's coaching website. And they're just Kat all over it. And I go there and I just want to I want to dance in my chair. It's so it's just so awesome. And Cortney, you too. It's just this transformation. And what I love about both of you, and what I think is one of the most inspiring things that you have shown, not just to us and the people in the program, but in your groups and to your future clients, is the way that you show up. Mm-hmm. You both show up 100% yourselves and in 100% service at all times. And you guys go live on Facebook a lot. And you have shared that sometimes nobody's there. And when I watch the replay, I don't know that no one's there. Because you guys are showing up. You're not well, I'm just going to wait here until somebody comes out. Oh, nobody's here. Okay, well, so just talking to myself. I never feel that way when I watch your videos, because you know that you're there to serve. And you know that once you stop being live, that video will potentially change someone's life. That is deep within you every single time you guys do anything. And it's inspired me for sure. And I know I've heard people talk about you from the group, and they're like, God, Kat and Cortney, I didn't like to go live. It didn't feel good, but I watched their video and they do such a beautiful job of just showing up and being themselves. It helped me to take that action. I don't even know if you guys know people are saying stuff like that. But yeah, you guys are definitely trailblazers. You are leading the way in this group. And I just want to thank you guys for showing up and just having the having the balls to dive in with 2 feet, be yourselves, and trust that alone is going to change lives.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I wanted to say, because Kat and I have this another analogy, that I'm the fire under her ass and she's the calm in my storm.
Yeah.
That's how we balance each other. And you guys are the fire under our ass. Mm-hmm. So yes, we have all this inside, but we all need that fire. We all need that accountability, that person that just says, you are wonderful, you are amazing, get your shit out there. And now. Stop wasting time. You are put on this earth to put your shit out there. And when I say shit, I mean amazing shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit people want to smell. Okay.
Oh,
The good shit. The good shit.
Oh,
Shit.
you go too far. Come back. Oh my.
Your analogies are freaking bomb. What was the one yesterday about a drug dealer and a
Oh, yeah. I was complaining about all this technology, and you go through and they give you just a little bit of a taste of like, oh, you can do all this for free. But then when you want to start customizing, they're like, that's $60 more a month. I was like, you're like a tech crack dealer. You give me a little taste, and then I'm like, oh, I could totally do this. And you're like, no, you can't. No, you got to start paying. Damn it. Not that I am saying that anybody should ever use crack. P.S.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Thanks for
the fine print at the
my PSA.
Wow. Well, so much of the we would love to hear a little bit more about each of your businesses and who you serve, so that those that are listening to this right now will say, "That's me." So, if each of you could just share who your tribe is, and what in particular, if somebody's watching this or listening to this, what are you looking for? How can they reach out to you? Give us a little bit, each of you, I think for each of your businesses and then collectively for your shared business.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. And I do want to touch on the tribe. Because I did not say that earlier. And that was another huge attraction towards you guys is it's not just you two, you bring an amazing tribe with you. You have a group of followers, your tribe, that have the same quality and inspiration and love that you guys do. So it's not just connecting with you, but now we have friends from all over, all walks of life. Anytime we're looking for something, we know who to go to. And that is something in my passion business, that's what I call it, is what I want to create for others. I want to create a platform where people feel they can be free to be whoever they truly are, and they can express themselves and they feel heard and they feel validated. And it's like home. It's like a family that they've never met. That is my passion, creating that however it looks. So I do so many different ways of creating that with my Sunshine Minutes that I do live on my Facebook group. I now have a happy quiz on my website that really, people are always like, I don't know, am I happy? I mean, if you're asking the question, right, we know. But people have a hard time defining what happy is to them, and they're not realizing that it is a choice, number one, but it's a feeling. It's finding home within yourself. So this quiz really challenges that in you and asks you some question where you're like, oh, ooh, yeah. I wanted that. I wanted those thought-provoking questions. And so I create that community there. And I'm also huge at just putting good shit out there. I just want to be a good person and put good shit out there and surround me with good people. That is completely what I do. So on my Facebook group, every day I am putting some good stuff out there, inspiring people every day. And that is my gift. That is what I do. And the people that I want to attract are people that have either got a taste of who they are, but don't know how to live in this world being that person, and I call it lost. And I know a lot of people say that you're not lost, but I really did feel lost at a time. I felt like my true inner being was not able to shine because everyone around me could not handle the brightness. And that, I just got emotional. That was so hard to have all that inside and not be able to express that. I mean, talk about causing depression, anxiety, and disease. I mean, that just eats you alive, being the person you are meant to be and not being able to express it. So I want to be that community for that person to say, here I am, this is what I give, this is who I am and want to be. And everyone around you accepts you for that. Mm-hmm. Those are the people I want to attract.
Wow, I got emotional. I'm like, I can't unmute myself fast enough to ask what I want to express. Wow.
You know, I describe it as we took a painting class. And it was my first painting class. And one thing I do need to say about this, my amazing partner next to me, is she has brought out things in me that I didn't. So she has said to me, you are so fucking funny. I never thought I was a funny person. Or, oh my God, you are so creative. Everyone has told me you don't have a creative bone in your body. I mean, you can't, you know. So she has brought those out of me. So we took a painting class, which I would have never done before. And we had to paint what we felt inside. And I painted this big black hole. And that's what it feels like. It felt like a piece of charcoal that was made with all these emotions, and it was in my gut, and it just felt heavy, and it made me like lose my breath and tightness of breath, and it just wanted to come out. And what that was me. And now it just feels like this huge sunshine. Now I feel warm all the time, but I can't tell you, it was like a rock in my gut, and I felt it all the time. And that's what I was able to release, and that's what I want to be able to let other people release and give them a safe space to release that.
I love that. I hope people are listening and saying that describes what I feel. Because when you say it, it describes what I felt before I found this world. And Kimmy and I say all the time, like this life that we've created, this business, this entrepreneurial world, we knew it would be good, but we didn't know it would be this good. Because how can you know until you do it, right? Like you can go through all the things about quitting your job and leaving your life behind and all these things. And there's that unknown that creates so much fear that it debilitates people. Mm-hmm. And we tend to get used to that feeling in our stomach because at least we know what it's going to be. We'll wake up tomorrow. We know it's still going to be there. Yes. But if we do the things to make it go away, we don't know what that's going to feel like. We don't know how awesome it's going to be until we do it. And I'm thinking in my head of this video that I saw on Facebook. Talk about an analogy. This is going to be terrible though. I watched this video of a piece of charcoal, and somebody put it in a tub of peanut butter, and they washed it around the peanut butter, and out of the charcoal came a diamond or some kind of gem. So it's like we're all like, this community is like the peanut butter, and we're all charcoal, and we're all like rubbing around in the peanut butter, and come out as diamond.
You're shining my diamond.
I love that analogy, actually.
So that's it. Find your diamond, guys. Yeah. Let your diamond be shown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Shine bright in this world. I just interviewed beautiful Val yesterday, or her interview's coming up on Tuesday. I interviewed her last week, but that's one of the things she said is shine your light. Shine bright. Go out in the world and shine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Your turn.
Yeah, Kat, your turn.
So as a relationship coach, looking back on my data collection, that's what I call life experiences, is data collection. So I have 45 years of data collection, and I have not had a very good relationship with myself for many of those years, not talking to myself in a kind way, not being gentle with myself. Also my family relationships, work relationships, romantic relationships, just, having a lot of experience of how not to do it, how to do it in a way that wasn't helping me grow, wasn't helping me shine my light, wasn't helping me express my true self. And getting into relationship coaching, I really realized that this is something, having gone through my own struggles, this is something I can help other people with. And that's where my passion is. My whole belief and the statement that I have on my website is it doesn't have to be that hard. And something that we do oftentimes, kind of what, Pua was saying, is we stop ourselves before we even start because of fear. If you're in something that's uncomfortable and is not serving you, you still know it. There's still a comfort in knowing, even though it might be crap, what this crap looks like. The fear, I always think of fear as walking around a corner. It's like, it's blind. You don't know what's over there. It could be something terrible. Okay, so then you can just change direction, and we always forget that. Or it could be something amazing, but you don't know. And so many of us stop ourselves before we even begin. So my whole goal is to help people to stop struggling in any relationship that they have, and getting to the point where they don't have to be one person with themselves, one person with their family, one person in their romantic relationships, one person at their career. They can just be one person all the damn time. And instead of adjusting who you are to match the audience, be yourself all the time, and your audience will adjust because your audience will change. Different people will be attracted to you. Different people will want to be around you because they're like, there's something there that I can connect with. It's familiar. We're all mirrors of each other. So that's my whole goal. And I love to explain that in my coaching style, I help people to connect with who they are, communicate what they really want, and create awesome relationships. So that if somebody says, hey, how's your relationship? Whichever relationship they're talking about, you can come back and say, awesome. That's my whole goal. That's it. That's what I love to do.
Wow. That was gold. We're always learning so much from both of you. It's really such a blessing for us. And I love the way you said that it doesn't have to be that hard. And I think that for everybody, that has some type of challenge, whether it be with relationships or money or business, like behind that is always a story that has to be hard. Right. And so I love the way that you really shine the light on that. And you're both such a great example of simplifying everything and bringing more ease to your existence simply by being yourself. and yeah, so it's just, and all in the pursuit of that beautiful personal freedom of expression, freedom to just be who you are. So thank you for being such leaders and for guiding us along this journey.
Can I say one thing about awesome?
Yes.
We're experiencing this now, living in a 200 square foot trailer, two very independent women. So I had actually a happy expert ask me this. I didn't say this. I do happy expert interviews. So I love hearing from other people how they found their happy and how they make it a daily habit, because it's different for everyone. And the more I know, the more I can give. So I do interviews every week, and I put them on Tuesdays on my Facebook group, and they are people that have found their happy and are willing to share it with you. What a beautiful gift. And so I get this question, do you and Kat have an awesome relationship? Do you guys ever struggle? And guess what? We're human. And when we do struggle, that is a perfect opportunity to change the rules. That is our motto with each other. We change I always forget it. Kat always has to remind me.
We make the rules and we're willing to try.
We make the rules and we're willing to try. So if something is not working for one of us, all of a sudden it worked yesterday, but today it's not, and we feel heavy and we're not connecting right, we establish new boundaries and we make new rules. And I think when you're in relationships, you think because this is how you started your relationship, it has to go the rest of your life. And if it's not working, you leave, right? That's not the case. You both have a voice. You both are changing. You are both growing. How about grow together? How about learn from each other and create a new vision of what a relationship is that works for you? It might not work for your friends and family, but guess what? It's not about them. It's about you. So it's creating the awesome relationship that's awesome to both of you guys.
And something I want to touch on and follow up something that Cortney said is, even just the other day, she talked about, I don't like that word struggle. I don't like we're struggling or I'm struggling. I don't like that word struggle. How about we rephrase it and say growing, because
that's what's happening.
Yeah. Because without struggle, you don't grow. Without struggle, you don't really test your character. I mean, on a good day, everything's routine and normal and going along.
And boring, right?
There's no challenge, right? You really get to know deep down who the hell you are when there's an issue or a problem or a struggle or a hurdle that you have to overcome. Then you really get to see what you're made of and what resources you have and how much drive and motivation you have. And that's incredible. And to be in a partnership with somebody where we both have an equal say, we can both change the rules to suit both of our needs at any point in time. And we respect each other enough that if it's like, hey, I woke up today and I'm super grumpy and I just need to have me time, or she says the same, we respect each other not to try to invade that space. It's this clear and open communication. And it's so important. And it's simple. The way that we do it now, it's so much simpler, and we're constantly evolving. But just being able to check in daily and being able to speak what we need from each other, it sounds so easy. I mean, we go to a restaurant and we order food, and I never have to contemplate and think, well, how is the chef going to cook all my food and what temperature and we cut out the how, right? We just say what, what do we want? And then you'll tell me if you can or can't, and I'll tell you if I can or can't, and then that's it. And then we'll adjust from there. Struggles to me are just feedback. If I turn left and I bump in the wall, I don't get upset at the wall. It's just feedback. Hey, don't go left. Or I went too far left. So adjust myself and go again. That's all hurdles and struggles are. That's the universe saying, you're getting too far off the path. Open your eyeballs and look where the path is again. Oh, okay. I don't know why that's the voice of the universe today.
I know. I like the voice of
somebody's old grandma.
It's such badass awareness. I love that so much. I love that idea of just remembering that we make the rules, because that's typically whenever we feel miserable in any form, it's because we're playing by some old set of rules that we made. Right. And so Pua and I talk about that a lot especially as entrepreneurs, right? Where maybe we have PTSD for working for other people and having to follow rules and having to ask permission and having to do things a certain way. Maybe it's the way we were raised, whatever it may be. Maybe school taught us to raise our hand, but it's just remembering and reaffirming again and again as adults, as entrepreneurs, that we make the rules for ourselves and that we have a choice in every moment to change those rules. So beautiful. It's so powerful.
The only question you have to ask yourself is this truth?
Yeah.
How does this serve me? That's it. If it's not serving you, change the rules.
Yeah.
That's it.
Love it. Change the rules.
Hold on. I'm going to pass this to you so you can drop it.
I brought this up to Kimmy last time I talked to her, but she said to me once on our very first coaching call, she said, when I go on vacation, whatever I don't miss when I come back, I get rid of. Wow.
Yeah.
That hit me so hard, because everyone likes life on vacation. Why can't you be on vacation in your everyday life? Why can't you feel like you're on vacation all the time? Why are you doing things that are causing unhappiness?
Yeah.
Why are you keeping people around that make you feel horrible?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, that's right.
Create the life you don't have to.
Everybody's saying boom.
We just get so stuck in our patterns.
Yes.
And
comfort.
And that, it's comfort in the discomfort.
Yeah.
And that was a huge mind shift for me, is realizing that I have the power to create whatever I want, whenever I want. And you can either, the train is moving, and you can either jump on the train or jump off. And that's fine. But the train was still going to move. Yeah. So it's such a great new perception and perspective to look at things.
Yeah.
It's so much lighter and so much freer.
Totally. Guys, I don't want to end it. I don't want to.
Let's just talk forever.
Let's talk forever. And I think people watching are feeling the same way. So could you share with them the best places and ways to connect with you and find you so that they can continue this amazing conversation with you?
You got it. You got it. You want me to go first, Ken?
Yeah.
You go.
Okay, I go.
You go.
So for Homolicious Living, you can see us at homoliciousLiving.com. It has the link to our podcast there. It has the link to our YouTube channel, which is also called Homolicious Living. Small Living, Big Life is a new section we just added to our website, so you can see all the videos there. And
we even give you a tour of inside the trailer, guys.
Yes.
And before you know it, this is my idea. She's not completely on board yet, but I want to set up cameras and I want to do like real life living in a trailer, lesbians living in a trailer, where we turn on the cameras and you guys watch what happens in this trailer.
There have been.
like,
Are you in? Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
But not in the bathroom.
Yeah, there's not a camera in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have a cat.
Good.
We have a wonderful Henry. We need a male, so that's our male in
He's
here.
our male energy. He's a champ. He travels like a champ, let me tell you. So that's Homolicious Living. And then for my business, you can reach me at catscoaching.com. You can also find me on Facebook. My page is Cats Coaching. And then my group is Cats Coaching Corner. And that's where I post all of my tips, my live videos, and I'm just having a blast in there. So come join it. And I want to say there's one more place, but there's not one more place.
Well, we have a Facebook page for Homolicious Living, but everything's accessed from our website.
That? Okay.
Yeah. Everything's there. And we share our travels a lot on Facebook. Those are Facebook and YouTube are our most popular platforms, social platforms. So I am balancewithcourtney.com. Everything you can access is on there. That's where my happy quiz is. Take that happy quiz and see where you're at. And I'm here to help if you need any inspiration. I have Happy Balance Facebook group, which has been running now for 3 years, and it is my baby. I put so much love into that. I have created such a beautiful tribe there. So please check that out. And I actually have a gift for you guys. A new passion, creative thing of me is making friendship bracelets. So Kimmy knows about this because I did like a kind of live introduction. And I made you guys one. So I'm sending. And one has, for Kimmy, it has a unicorn charm.
oh my gosh.
You got to zoom that in, yo.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it.
And then of course, pineapple.
Shut up.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Oh.
So let me explain my bracelets because it's truly, it's something I had no idea how much I would enjoy. So I was looking for something when we travel, because we're in the car a lot, instead of playing on my phone, that I could create and still be available to Kat, because I'm, her co-pilot. I got to get her water and her smoothie and her snacks and all that. So I was thinking, when I was a teenager, my friends and I used to make friendship bracelets, and it was so fun, and we'd trade them and da-da-da. So that memory came back to me, and I was like, I'm going to make friendship bracelets. And it started with, I was just going to make friendship bracelets. And then before you know it, I was thinking of someone while making it. So I'm intentionally putting love into the bracelet and thinking of a specific person. And I would give them as gifts. And when I saw these people light up, and they wear them non-stop, they absolutely love them. When you get a present that was designed exactly for you with love, I mean, the colors, the pineapple, everything has to do with you. Come on. Doesn't that feel good to wear and love? And what a beautiful way for me to give love to others. And so here is your bracelets, and they're on your way. And I do create these, and I'm going to start to market them on my website as well.
Yay. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So special.
Oh, and if you are a happy expert out there and you want to share your story, hit me up. balancewithcourtney.com. You can book there, or you just email me at balancewithcourtney@gmail.com. And I will interview you. We'll get you out. We'll get your story out and inspire others.
And can I add something to that too?
Yeah.
I think sometimes we walk around the world with a weird story about the word expert. And, and so it can be like, because I think what any happy person knows is that we're always working on our happiness. And so happiness isn't something that like you're an expert and then you're done. It's just about, and what you shared with me, which really helped me to be like, okay, it's like, what are the habits that you have that help you to maintain happiness? So it's like keep the analogy of fitness, right? So like, what are the workout hacks that you have to keep your happiness going, right? So that kind of idea. So anyway, I think if you're listening and you have some great happiness habits that help you to go from lower energy to higher energy, you're a perfect fit to talk. And how powerful, as Cortney said, for you to be able to share that with other people. So whatever's working for you, reach out to Cortney, because you are going to be able to serve people through this beautiful platform that she's created.
And let me clarify. If I was just to ask you, are you happy? Those experts are the people that say, hell yes, I am a happy person. That's an expert.
Yes.
That's an expert.
Yes. Beautiful. Oh, this has been so fun. Thank you so much for your time today. And we are so honored and grateful to have you in our B2B family. And we just adore the both of you. We can't wait to see what you create next. As we know, you're always evolving, and this time is so funny to me. Like, I can't even believe like what you two have created and how you've shifted in 2 months. And the fact that we didn't even know you a few months ago, it's just like, I'm tripping out on it. So imagine, for those of you watching or listening, how much your life can truly shift in such a short amount of time just by doing as Kat and Cortney did and following intuition and just saying, hell yeah, to that dream in their heart and to being your authentic self and letting it shine. So
amen.
Yes.
Your program, 8 weeks, you could call it 8 weeks to happiness. I mean, it so is. It's not just about business. It's about everything, guys. We would hands down not be where we are today without the fire under our asses of Kimmy and Pua. Yeah. Amen.
It's like you're teaching people how to live their best life ever.
I
mean, it's a bit catchy. You want to write that down.
Oh, and I want to share. They sent us, I was a winner. I did a challenge and I was a winner. So they sent me, Kimmy and Pua, sent me a bumper sticker that said best life ever. It's on the back of our trailer. So we are totally marking best life ever. So if you have any more stickers you want to share, we just put it on the back.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So reach out to Kat and Cortney, send them your stickers. Get connected to them.
I love it.
We love you both.
Oh,
love you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We hope you enjoyed this episode with Kat and Cortney. They are just so awesome. You can follow everything that they're up to at homoliciousliving.com. And they're also on Instagram at Homolicious Living. So take a screenshot of this episode and tag them and tag us at Brokeass to Badass to let us know that you enjoyed this episode. Definitely follow everything that Kat and Cortney are up to. As you heard, our next round of B2B begins December 4th. And doors are closing on November 28th. So now's the time to find out more, jump on board, get plugged in. You can find out everything you need to at brokeasstobadass.com. And last but not least, in case you missed it, we have a gift for you, our new weekly planning guide for entrepreneurs. This is the system that we use to do our weekly planning every week. It helps us to do bigger visioning every 30 days. This system also helps us to be kinder to ourselves and really just help us to keep leveling up. And you can grab your free copy of our Brokeass to Badass Biz Planner at bledigital.com/badass. Give it a try. Let us know what you thought. And we'll be back on Friday with another episode for you. And I'm sorry, that's my cat meowing in the background.